Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation, Gaudi, Gwareri, Mahalla, Tija. Composition of the third Nanak. The recitation is as follows. Gaudi Mahalla Tija, Gurmukh Seva Pran Adhara, हर जियो राखों हृदय और धारा गुरमुख सोबा साच दुआरा पंडित हर पढ़ तजो वेकारा गुरमुख भौजल उतरों पारा हर हाओ गुरमुख विचों हाउ में जाए गुरमुख मैल न लागे आए गुरमुख नाम वसै मन आए गुरमुख कर्म धर्म सच होई गुरमुख अहंकार जलाए दोई गुरमुख नाम रते सुख होई अपना मन पर बुद्ध हो बूझो सोई लोक समझावो सुने न कोई गुरमुख समझो सदा सुख होई मनमुख डंफ बहुत चतुराई जो किछ कमावै सो थाए न पाई आवे जावे ठौर न काई मनमुख कर्म करे बहुत अबमाना बग ज्यो लाए बहे नित ध्याना जम पकड़िया तब ही पछुताना बिन सतगुर सेवै मुक्त न होई गुर प्रसादी मिलै हर सोई गुर दाता जुग चारे होई गुरमुख जात पत नामे वडियाई सायर की पुत्री बिदारे गवाई नानक बिन नावे झूठी चतुराई गुरमुख जात पत नामे वडियाई सायर की पुत्री बिदारे गवाई नानक बिन नामे झूठी चतुराई. In this passage, the third Nanak, Guru Amar Das, is talking about the lifestyle of the Gurmukh, or the way of the Gurmukh. And he says, I have adopted the way of the Gurmukh as my lifestyle. Gurmukh Seva Pran Adhara. Pran Adhara, the support of my life. In other words, this is the lifestyle I have chosen, the way of the Gurmukh. And the way of the Gurmukh has helped me realize that the protector herself is the source of my existence. Har jiyo rakhon hirday aur adhara. And Gurmukh soba sach dwara, the door to freedom. So the Gurmukh lifestyle, what is it? Well, it certainly posits a fulfilled state of existence where there is fulfillment, and it rests on the bedrock of virtue, the virtue of self-knowledge, Nam. And what is self-knowledge? One can ascribe a couple of functions to self-knowledge. It combines both the abstract with the practical. The abstract is the highest good for the self. It's an ideal, aspirational, that is constantly guiding us, giving us the purpose of our lives. And the other is to have one's work in the world to be appreciated and honored. Soba Sach Dwara. So therefore, Gurmukh Seva Pran Adhara, that is my lifestyle. Har jiyo rakhon hirday urdhara. Har jiyo is indeed the wisdom, the abstract ideal that I have to form myself to. And Gurmukh Soba Sach Dwara, it means that my work should be honored and appreciated in the realm of the Sacha, which is the world we live in, because this is the abode of the Eternal One as well. So that's really the Gurmukh lifestyle. And then addressing the Pandit, the Guru says, O Pandit, contemplate the highest good, which is the wisdom of the self, and relinquish ego haume. And by following the Gur enlightener, cross over the ocean of fear. Pandit har pad tajho vikara. Sacrifice, relinquish vikara, defects, the defect of the mind, which is your constricted ego. And Gurmukh paujal utraho para, by following Gur wisdom, cross over the ocean of fear. What does it mean to say cross over the ocean of fear? It means being able to successfully negotiate any situation or deal with anyone at any moment in life, because life is full of ups and downs and enough to actually trouble people. They don't know how quite to deal with different situations as they arise. It stresses them out. Anxiety. So the way of the Gurmukh is the way out. It'll give you that facility. And by following the path of the Gurmukh, the ego haume begins to dissipate naturally. Gurmukh vichon haume jaye. And its filth, that is to say, its impaired vision, ceases to stick to the mind. Mail na lag gaya hai. Gurmukh naam vasai, mani aaye, the mind becomes enlightened with the wisdom of self-knowledge. So wisdom must have the highest good as an aim or an object in the mind, a telos. And in Gurmat, that ultimate object is service to humanity, or doing something that is worth doing for society. Therefore, in order to do that, it is necessary to overrule the narrow and selfish aims of ego haume. Gurmukh vicho haume jai. A Gurmukh must contemplate the highest wisdom. Naam vase mani aaye. So the Gurmukh then sheds self-conceit and duality of outlook, the me versus them. That is the duality. Gurmukh karam taram sach hoi. Karam taram, way of life. You shed self-conceit and you practice the ritual of truthful living. Karam taram sach hoi. And in that way, guided by Guru wisdom, namarate, the Gurmukh finds that state of fulfilled living. That is the ultimate goal. To have life that is fulfilling individually and life that is contributing to society at the same time. So therefore the instruction to us is apna man parbot ho, bujh ho soi. Realize the self within, shed the light of wisdom. Parbodha is the light of wisdom. Allow that wisdom to come through, to illuminate your mind. Because without that wisdom, you may be instructing others, but to no effect. Log samajh aave, sone na koi. And the Gurmukh understands this. And now he talks about the immoral agent, the manmukh, the ego-centered immoral agent. What do? Manmukh damph bahut chaturai. Damph is a display. In other words, the immoral agent is actually a hypocrite. He puts on a display of virtue with much cleverness. Manmukhe damf bahut chaturai. But whatever the manmukh does is fruitless. Jo kuch kamave, so thai na pai. Why is it fruitless? Because it is selfish. It doesn't serve anyone else. It is all narrow selfishness. And yet, this immoral agent, the manmukh, persists. It persists in the same behavior over and over again, even though it is to no avail. Jo kich kamave so thai na pai, ave jave thaur na kai. It's constantly in that repetition. So the egocentric mind cannot look beyond its narrow interests, and that becomes counterproductive. And then again, the immoral agent is filled with pride. Manmukha karma kare bahut abhamanna, performs rituals with a lot of pride, puffed up ego. Bag jo laye bahe nit dhyanna, and like a crane, pretends to be in a state of meditation. In other words, deceiving, deception. And yet all of this ends with regret. When faced with death, repentance. Jam pakde, tab hi pachutana. So therefore, bin Satgur seve mukt na hui. There is no freedom without the true enlightener. Through the grace of Guru wisdom, actualize the self within. In other words, form the self within. This is your unbounded, boundless potential. Gur prasadi mile har soi. Through Guru wisdom. That wisdom will show you, will teach you how to do that. Gur data jug chare hoi. Gur wisdom is the eternal giver of knowledge. Always. And for the Gurmukh, status and lineage are conferred through the gift of self-knowledge. Gurmukh jaat paat naam mein vadiyai. Sair ki putri bidare gavai. Bidare is to kill. What it means here is that the mind's addiction to worldly objects is overcome. Sair ki putri is a reference to Lakshmi. Sair ki putri literally means daughter of the ocean, and it refers to Lakshmi, the symbol of material wealth. And it's one of the 14 gems or treasures that were extracted by churning the mythical ocean. This is Hindu mythology. It's taken from there. So what the Gurmukh has done is Sair ki putri bidare gavai, overcome, has killed that desire for worldly objects. And Nanak concludes by saying, Bin name chuti chaturai. Without the virtue of self-knowledge, all else is a mere display. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.